A museum piece, a relic from the Cold War, $38 million dinosaur scheduled for retirement. With just one missile left, it was about to prove why you never ever count out a legend. It was February 1991. The first Gulf War was winding down. For the US Navy's F-14 Tomcat communities, it was the end of an era. These iconic fighters, the stars of every kid's bedroom poster, were already being phased out. Their replacement, the FA-18 Hornet, was waiting in the wings. For the crews of Fighter Squadron 1, the Wolfpack, this was it, their final cruise. Their final missions in the mighty Tomcat. They were flying patrols over the Iraqi desert, but the air-to-air glory days of the Tomcat seemed like a thing of the past. They were, for all intents and purposes, already flying a museum exhibit. But on one seemingly routine mission, a relic from the past was about to get one last glorious chance to do what it was built for. To understand the significance of this moment, you have to understand the Tomcat's reign. In the Cold War, this jet was the undisputed king of the skies. Its sole purpose: to protect the fleet. With its massive AWG-9 radar and the legendary long-range AIM-54 Phoenix missile, it could track 24 targets and engage 6 of them from over 100 miles away. It was a sophisticated, complex, and unbelievably powerful weapon system. But by 1991, the Soviet bomber threat it was designed to counter had vanished. The Tomcat, this magnificent, specialized predator, was a king without a kingdom. In Desert Storm, the Tomcats were tasked with everything but their primary role: reconnaissance, bomb trucking, combat air patrol where they rarely saw a threat. They were giants performing tasks designed for smaller, nimbler jets. And for the Wolfpack, their time was almost up. Their jets were literally days away from being flown home and put out to pasture. On February 6, 1991, Lieutenant Stuart Broce and his RIO, Lieutenant Commander Dave Boehm, were flying a CAP mission over southern Iraq. Their Tomcat was armed for a mix of roles: air-to-air missiles and air-to-ground bombs. The mission was quiet, routine, until it wasn't. Controller, VO, Tomcat, be advised, we have a possible low and slow mover south of your position. Investigate. Low and slow. The hardest things for a high-performance jet to spot. They descended, sweeping the desert floor, and then they saw it. A Soviet-made Mi-8 HIP transport helicopter, flying nap of the Earth, trying to sneak undetected. This was it, a legitimate target, but engaging it wasn't simple. They were low on fuel, and they had a critical decision to make: how to kill it. Their long-range Sparrows were useless this close. Their mighty Phoenix missiles were long gone. They had one cannon, but strafing a maneuvering helicopter is incredibly difficult and dangerous. That left them with one option: their last remaining AIM-9 Sidewinder heat-seeking missile. Boehm got the tone. The helicopter was hot, its engine providing a perfect heat signature. Broce positioned the jet. They got authorization. In a moment that bridged 2 eras of aviation, the call came. Cleared to fire. The Sidewinder flew straight and true. The Mi-8 erupted into a fireball. It was over. In an instant, a jet destined for the history books had just written its final violent paragraph. The kill was confirmed. The Tomcat had its last confirmed air-to-air victory. For the Wolfpack, it was a moment of immense pride and poignant irony. They had given their old warbird a perfect send-off. Just days later, as scheduled, the squadron transitioned to the FA-18 Hornet. The age of the Tomcat was over. This kill was more than just a statistic. It was a symbol. It proved that even at the very end of its service life, the Tomcat was still a lethal predator. It was a testament to the men who flew it, who maintained its incredibly complex systems, and who squeezed every ounce of performance out of it until the very last day. That final roar over the Iraqi desert was a fitting end for the Dinosaur. It wasn't a Phoenix missile from 50 miles away. It was a close-range knife fight kill. It was raw, it was visceral, and it was a reminder that no matter how advanced technology becomes, the skill of the crew and the heart of the machine are what truly win fights. So what do you think? Was the Tomcat the greatest naval fighter ever built, or was its time truly over? Could it still serve a purpose today? I want to hear your take, debated in the comments below. If you have a need for speed and want more stories of aviation greatness, make sure you're subscribed to Top Tier TV and that you hit the bell so you don't miss our next flight. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky.